Greetings, my army of positive phantoms. At the time I'm recording this, it is Monday, December 31st, 2018 at 6:40 p.m. So it is still New Year's Eve here, so there's still time, depending on when I upload this video, to give everyone a message for the new year, especially in the Animal Jam community for 2019. Now, I am definitely not the first to admit this, and I will definitely not be the last. I will not sugarcoat it that 2018 for Animal Jam has not been the easiest year. People have quit, things have gotten weird and crazy, and just, you get the idea. If you've been in the community all year, you know what I mean. The year has been kind of a rocky year for Animal Jam, the community at least. And I just thought, since we are going into the year 2019, I thought this video, giving people advice on what to expect, New Year's resolutions, a new attitude for the new year, I thought this was a necessary video. Just so that people who are still playing Animal Jam have some sort of hope next year, that it's a new start and that they don't have to continue living the way they were this year in Animal Jam, you know? We've definitely lost a lot of big name YouTubers in this community, and it's hard to comprehend, and it's been hard to get through, you know? It's really hard on a community, especially of young kids, to see their idol leave and just quit the game. Like, that's really hard to go through. If I were a young kid and I was, like, really a huge fan of all the YouTubers in this community, it would, like, break my heart to even see one YouTuber quit. So to see, like, 5 or 6 of them quit, it's definitely not easy to go through. And one of the things I realized throughout 2018 was how insensitive I was about it. I kept telling people, ugh, forget them, they quit, let them move on with their lives, continue the game as normal. And I realized how insensitive that was, and looking back through 2018, there's so many things I could have said better, and I just want to tell everyone now, 2019, make it the best year you possibly can for Animal Jam. If you want to quit, that's up to you too. But if you're someone who has always aspired to become a YouTuber, to make something creative in the community, or just be one of the community's YouTubers since everyone else has been leaving, this video is for you. So let's just look at what's happened. 2018 has seen a lot of drama in Animal Jam. It has seen a lot of people quitting. It's seen a lot of things that young children should not be exposed to, especially in a children's community where they're supposed to feel safe. I mean, I see children in this game being afraid to make friends because they're not rare enough, or because they feel they are not on this level of status that everyone else is on. And it's kind of frustrating. I mean, even for me to be seeing that, because I remember my first days on this game. I remember having to feel this constant need to fit in. Animal Jam is like a slice of the real world, but in a virtual reality. Yeah, a virtual reality that is supposed to be a pastime has now become a second version of our real world. And I was like, dang, this is insanity. And I thought, someone's got to say something about it. Someone's got to tell people, this is a game. Animal Jam is a game. It's a pastime. We should not be constantly searching for reasons to stress. We should not constantly be worrying if it's going to shut down or not. You know, I know I've said many times before, this community usually needs constant reassurance. And sometimes giving that reassurance, if anything, every time that reassurance is given, people don't listen to it. But, you know, I don't stop just because I care enough to tell people, and I'm willing to understand how people perceive it and why they continue to keep worrying. And I also want to appeal to those who are worried and will actually be willing to listen to the reassurance that I give them. Let me start off with the common thing that people always think. They think Animal Jam is gonna shut down. It's so common nowadays to see videos on people's theories about the game and how much longer it's going to continue and how they think it's gonna shut down. And I, for one, have noticed people literally search for reasons to find that the game is going to shut down. They see all these big names quitting and they assume that the community is going to stop running just because really big famous jammers quit. Well, I'm here to remind you guys, the Animal Jam community does not run on famous jammers. It was doing just fine before famous jammers were even a thing. I don't see a whole YouTube community and other communities being the reason that the game stays alive. It just happened to be something that started in Animal Jam, and now people carry it on like it's a tradition. But this very idea that people have, that the Animal Jam community and the game runs off of these big names, it's wrong, guys. The Animal Jam YouTube community goes on. Sure, maybe it's declined and not many people watch it anymore, but that's just because people are not stepping out of their comfort zone and starting channels like they should be doing if they want the YouTube community to carry on. I only see a few active channels now these days because they're determined enough to keep uploading and keep providing content for the community, which is in a very dull spot right now. So, I'm sorry to say this, but if you see the community is dull and dying, and you have the option, start a YouTube channel. Make videos you've always wanted to make, but don't make the same ones over and over again. It gets old to see the same old content. I've said this before in previous videos. The same old videos from the same old people, dragged down through generation after generation. It's gonna make people stop watching Animal Jam content. You gotta try new things, you know? If you're a really funny person, make funny update videos. If you want to make those kinds of videos, put effort into them and make them exciting to watch. Show people that the Animal Jam community has creative people in it. If you want to represent this game, represent it properly. By no means am I telling the current YouTubers and current Jambassadors how to do their job. If they want to do it the way they do it, that's fine. But if you're a new YouTuber and you want to grow, it is best you stick out and do something cool and interesting and new. And if people don't like it, don't let that stop you. That should just push you to keep on doing it. If you really enjoy it and people hate you for it, think of that as a sign that you're doing something right. That you're doing something that they are intimidated by. More than half the time I've noticed, haters don't actually have a reason to hate. They just can't stand seeing people succeed. You know, if they really hate you, why are they going to waste their time commenting on your videos? You know, if they hate you, they're just gonna ignore your video. I believe I've said this before in a really old video. Haters are not actually haters. If they hated you, they wouldn't even waste their time watching your video. I mean, the opposite of a fan is not a hater. The opposite of a fan is someone who doesn't even watch your videos or give them attention. And that's another thing I'm going to touch on about 2019 in this community. How we need to stop associating ourselves with people who don't care about us when we care so much about them. We'll get to that later though. Let's just reassure everyone that Animal Jam is not shutting down. And I have something to prove this. So here's a post from Clark Stacy. Yes, Clark Stacy, the CEO of Animal Jam. Here is his Instagram page. I know most of you do not have Instagram, so hopefully this reassures you. So, the question's here. Basically, he answers why Play a While gets cooler stuff. Animal Jam is not dying. Yeah, maybe the community crumbled, but the game is not shutting down. Simple as that. All of it is here. I will put a link to this post in the description of this video, so you all can be reassured. And if it doesn't reassure you, then I don't even know how to reassure you next. This is like my final attempt at reassuring this community. And if it doesn't work, then I'm convinced that people just like to search for reasons to stress. But really, this is your reassurance. Animal Jam is not shutting down. If anything, that whole raid, it helped it out. It gave Animal Jam lots of traction. You know, lots of people are gonna come join the game now because of that raid. Whether they are here to, I don't know, bash it or to actually play it, it's still going to be more recommended now because it's out there more. For everyone who has been spending all of 2018 worrying and stressing over the game shutting down, I'm here to let you know, in 2019, you don't have to worry about that. Animal Jam has huge things planned. The CEO of Animal Jam said so himself. So, y'all need to take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. Your game isn't shutting down, and lots of new exciting content is coming. So be excited for this new year. Sure, 2018 is over, a chapter has ended, lots of people have quit. It's hard to accept that so many people left the game behind, but 2019 is a new chapter. It's the end of the 2010 decade and the beginning of a brand new chapter in the Animal Jam timeline. Things are gonna be so different now, and a good way too. Now it is time for me to get on the topic of toxic people in the community and what you need to do in 2019. I'm gonna put it bluntly here. The year 2018 was designed to show us people's true colors. You think I haven't dealt with any toxic friends this last year? I have. So many, especially in the earlier months of this year. People who I thought were for me turned out to be the most horrible people I'd ever met in my entire life. People who were careless, didn't care about how you felt. People who were just using you for followers. Trust me, I am not someone who just gives advice and has nothing to back it up. I have definitely experienced toxic and failed friendships in this community, especially in this last year. Most of them I've made up with, but others I've left behind in the dust. Now, for the love of Mira and Zios Almighty, do not do what most of you did in 2018. Pouring all of your time, trust, and care into friendships that were one-sided. In the year 2019, all of you, if you are guilty of this, you need to stop doing it. Stop caring and trusting people who do not care about you. People who could not care if you leave them. People who could not care if you die the next day even. Stop pouring your trust into buddies on Animal Jam that don't care about you. People who are rare and use you for rares, stop trusting them. They're not worth your time. You met someone random online and they said they're this amazing person and they seem like they have the best intentions. Don't be so quick to trust them. You made a masterpiece for your best friend. You gave it to them on their birthday or Christmas and you poured so much of your heart into it. And what do they give you in return? A necklace. That friend is not worth your time, especially if they didn't even show they were thankful for the masterpiece. It does not mean that there is anything wrong with you or your friendship. It doesn't mean you have to work harder to gain that friend's approval. It doesn't mean you have to continue busting your butt off to fight for a place in that person's life. Because guess what? If you have to fight for that person to be your friend, you know right then and there they're not worth being your friend. They're not for you. Just accept it as a lesson that 2018 taught you. That person has shown their true colors and they're not the person for you. In order to go into 2019, 2018 had to teach us who was real for us. Who was worth our time? Which friends and which YouTubers on Animal Jam were worth our time and idolizing? Who were the people that actually worked hard on their videos and deserved every view they got? Who were the people that lazily put together a 5-minute video and claimed they worked so hard on it and didn't even deserve 1,000 views, let alone 50 views? This is what 2018 was here to teach all of us as Animal Jam players. Yes, we lost friends. We found out they were never real friends. It hurt. We lost our favorite YouTubers. So many wonderful people left. So many friendships failed. So many dreams thrown down the drain. So many horrible things that made us believe we could never go on into the new year. Well, guess what? I'm here to say 2018 is over. All those friends who lied to you, backstabbed you, used you for your rares or your fame, or all of that, they're all gone and they're not gonna come with you in 2019. Leave them in 2018. Do yourself a favor and do what you did not do in 2018. The power that you gave these friends in 2018, take it back. 2018 was their time to treat you like garbage and walk all over you. Well, 2019 is your time to say, no, I will not let you do this to me anymore. 2019, I'm going to break free and live my life the way I want to live it. Sorry, you're staying in 2018, buddy. Stop assuming that just because your best friend is in a bad mood and they're treating you horribly, it means there's something wrong with you or that you did something wrong. A true friend will be willing to talk it out and explain what you did wrong if they're actually mad at you. But if you're pouring in so much of your time and effort into a friendship that isn't worth it, and they just don't get the hint that you care about them, or if they suddenly realize it far too late, that was never a friendship to begin with. If you wasted a year and a half of your life trying to prove to someone you were best friends, and in the end, they said, oh, we were friends? wow, you're actually a really nice person, when it took that long for them to finally get it into their thick skulls that you were their friend, and all that year they took you for granted. I say, no. 2019 is not your year then. Goodbye. 2019 is my time to work on my health and self-esteem again. Promise yourself in 2019 that you will not give another human being power over your emotions. If they do something to deliberately upset you, just choose to not care. Showing that you care and that you were offended, it shows that you do not have a spine to stick up for yourself. Getting angry and letting them know they offended you, that just shows that what they did worked. This is your year. Make 2019 your year. Remove any and all friendships that do not benefit you. And if they use blackmail to get you to stay their friend, like for example, if they threaten to spread rumors about you, then hey, maybe all those friends who believe the rumors were never true friends anyways. Yes, it's hard, and it's a total test of everything, but you must not be a prisoner to another person's judgment any longer. Do whatever you possibly can to remove a toxic person from your life that caused you stress in 2018. Don't give them power that they so desperately seek. Most of the time, they use blackmail because they know it'll work on you. But guess what? Most people are cowards. Ditch the cowards. Ditch the weak minds. Weak minds are for 2018. Strong minds are for 2019. Only weak minds will suffer in the year 2019. Strong minds will thrive in it. So, what kind of mindset are you going to have this year? A strong mind or a weak mind? It's up to you. You'll either hate 2019 or love it. Do your friends judge you for playing Animal Jam? Hey, you need better friends. True friends don't care what interests you. If it doesn't affect them or other people, continue to play Animal Jam. You know what you're doing is right. If you're playing Animal Jam because it's a hobby and you enjoy it, keep doing it and ditch the friends that judge you for it. You're judged for being too old to play Animal Jam? Hey, guess what? We need mature role models in this community. And most 10, 11-year-olds are not going to be taken seriously. No offense, 10 and 11-year-old people, but it's highly unlikely that someone that young is going to be looked up to by an entire community unless they're somehow really, really inspiring and can give all the advice in the world. Now, there's a limit to that statement. If you're 30 years old and you don't have a job and you have nothing to go to but Animal Jam and you live in your mom's basement and all that stuff, then yeah, you gotta get that settled, buddy. But if Animal Jam is just a simple pastime to you, and you want to inspire people in the community to better themselves as players, and to better their experience on this game, which should not be another social hierarchy, then by all means, play the game. Make videos for it. Be mature and be a good role model to the kids. Don't go around spreading your drama daily to people who don't even give a frick about it. This is Animal Jam, not reality TV. That's all the advice I gotta give y'all for 2019. Now, go and make Phantom King proud. Make 2019 your year, and don't let anyone or anything stop you. Happy New Year. Good job, you made it to the end of the video. Now, you have one of two options. Subscribe for more content, or leave and never return. I'm kidding, just do whatever you want, but before you go, I want to say if you have creative ideas and you want to start a YouTube channel, go for it, don't hold your creativity back. That's basically the reason I'm here in Animal Jam, because I have creative ideas and I want to inspire other people to be creative. Well, that'll be all, so if you enjoy my stuff, check out these links and feel free to give them a watch. See ya.